to Calmsden Farm, and today we're going to be buying field 10. So we're going to need to borrow a load of money. Going to push the loan up to £275,000. But this is our next big expansion, and I've added in the bank management mod, which limits your loan to 80% of the property value. So just going to use the loan as much as it will let me, basically. And at the moment, actually before I bought that field, it was about 560,000. Now it's going to be more than that. And so we're going to have a look at buying a new tractor as well. The little John Deere 6300 is going, and we are going to replace it with another John Deere. Giants released the 5M over the weekend as part of FarmCon, and I really liked the 6M, so I want to give the 5M a go. Again, we need to borrow a bit more money, so we're going to borrow another 100 grand. That'll get us the tractor as I want it and a front loader for it. So there we go. It is base price 77,000, but I want it up at the max 120 horsepower, which does add 13 grand to the price, but it's worth it. A nice little 120 horsepower tractor. Going to be making a lot of use of this, and we're going to get the front loader that goes with it. The cool thing is that means I don't need to use the case for a front loader, so we can sell that. So that's 8.5 grand back instantly. And I also spotted then, because I'd forgotten, that I have an Azaria Scout leased, which is what we're going to need to use next, because we need to get that field scanned. So I'm going to take the front loader mount off as well, and we're going to spend a couple of grand servicing that tractor as well. And then we knock 10 grand off the loan. So yep, pretty good progress. And now just setting up the case on auto drive to deliver the slurry that we have in the tank up to the BGA, and then that's going to go and pick up some digestate for us so that we can spread digestate on the new grass field, because undoubtedly it will be short of nitrogen. So we'll fix that with digestate, because we have quite a lot of it, and we have a digestate spreader. So, and grass doesn't need a lot of nitrogen, as I'm sure you know. It's about 65 kilograms per hectare. So well, I'm actually going to run the scanning manually, which I don't very often do. Recently I did actually look at whether it was more cheaper. Let's just say thank you to patrons and the YouTube channel members. If you're interested in Patreon, there's a link in the description. You get my Patreon only Let's Play on furling, and you get to have some input when I ask creative things, or if you want to join the YouTube channel, then there's a button for that below, and you get to be in the game. So, and all of those get an exclusive channel on Discord as well. So yep, just switching things over now up at the BGA so that it's carting digestate. I don't have a point set for field 10, so we'll just get it down to the farm and we'll carry on with that. And I've completely lost my train of thought, thankfully, because I think I was going down a bit of a rabbit hole and forgetting my words. So anyway, haven't done manual field scanning in a while. We can carry on with that when it's raining a little bit. I don't think it really matters particularly. And yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at whether it was more economical, that was the word I couldn't find, to buy the field map or lease the Scout, because I'd forgotten I had leased one. But it was going to be about 5 grand to scan one field, and no way was I going to pay that. So the lime's okay, nitrogen's okay, or they're both good. So we are going to do something to sort both of them out. Had a bit of a lunch break while it rained, so we will get the digestate spreader filled up and get to work. It's on half time at the moment, because I sped it up to times 360 while I had my lunch break, and then forgot to put it back on times 5 when I finished. But we're just manually applying 50 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare. That should get us well past the perfect nitrogen requirement. This was quite a big headland. Something that I've noticed, I think it's going to version 1.2 of the map. I'm not certain, because I did a lot of manual ploughing of headlands out when I was playing on the previous version, but I think Oxy's added much bigger headlands to the grass fields, which is kind of cool, because before, I know on this field, the headland actually went under the head, or the grass actually went under the hedges, so the field definition was almost outside of the field. So you'll notice some funnies with the names for auto drive, because when some idiot was setting up the field 10 load point, he renamed the one at the BGA by mistake. Yeah, we'll sort that in a minute. But yeah, I think Oxy's made the headlands bigger for the grass fields. Because, yeah, I remember doing some, I can't remember what I was doing in field 10. Might have been on a different save. It was on a different save. And the headland for field 10, or the field definition for field 10, went past the hedge, which was a bit frustrating when you're trying to use things like course plate and auto drive. So this is much better in my opinion, and I will probably, so the plan for this field is we're going to mow the grass in August, and I'm going to plough it all in and plant some soybeans in here as a cash crop. So we'll see how big the headland is, and I may nudge it out a little bit. We'll wait and see as to whether that needs to happen or not. And I've just taken half a step back from the mic because it looked like I was a little bit loud. I'll sort that in the edit. It's fine. If I can remember that I need to do that. Almost done with the digestate, got a pretty decent level on, and it didn't really take that much. I think we only used one refill of the tanker. The tanker is off at the BGA refilling, probably unnecessarily, but as soon as we've mown the grass, we'll need to spread more digestate, so not really a problem. And the other half of field 6 will be ploughing in to put corn in. So the first mowing in April will be field 6 and field, that's not going to work, is it? Nah, damn it, it's pretty heavy, I guess. So we'll stick it on the case. We're going to fill it with lime and go spread lime on that field. Yeah, so the half of field 6 is grass at the moment is going to go to corn for silage. So my plan is to get field 6 and 10 mown, and not sure what to make off of them. To make hay or silage. I'm going to get them sorted, mown, baled, cleared, and I can then have a worker start working on ploughing those while I do the other grass that we have. So we have field 8, we have the 2 common land areas and the cow field as well. So yeah, we've still got a fair bit of grass to mow once we've done those 2 patches. I might silage these so that we can bung them through the BGA. Got a real excess of silage bales on the farm, and I think probably a few loads are going to go up to the BGA. That will bring some cash in and help with that loan payment. The big extension to the loan that we have just done. It's quite amusing. It got debt free over the winter and then instantly borrowed loads of cash, and managed to repay some of it and instantly borrowing more. I guess that's life. That liming is done, and that's us done for the day, and it is the 1st of April, and there are a load of contracts. I'm just grabbing them really quickly because they disappear really fast, like that one just did. And I actually thought that I had set it to borrow the equipment for one of the weeding contracts. Just going to have a little break until the sun comes up, but unfortunately I did not. So we're going to run up. I did run up to the store in the pickup and realized that I had just started them. I hadn't borrowed any of the equipment, so we're going to have to lease a weeder. It needs to be a weeder, not a hoe. I know one of you does like a dirty hoe, but no, a weeder for us. I haven't used this guy in a very long time. I used it a lot when I started playing FS19 because I played without seasons, and you could run a weeder over it and you'd be done. I found when I started playing with seasons with FS19, weeders weren't much use, and so I just went to spraying herbicide and have pretty much stuck with it. And I guess with precision farming, that's going to be more of a case for our own fields, because spot spraying, and you need that spot spraying bonus. So yeah, and you can get that spot spraying bonus, as I have said, as I did on Greenlands, by just driving into the field and turning the spot sprayer on and off. It doesn't care if you kill the weeds off or not. If you turn that spot sprayer on and off, it thinks you've done it all. It's kind of broken. Shh. So in the last video I was talking about watching FarmCon. I actually didn't watch much more of it because after I recorded that Greenlands video, there's some stressful stuff kind of kicked off a migraine. I ended up going to sleep. But one interesting one is I was chatting to one Mr. Virtual Farmer commenting on things he was commenting on in the chat on Giant's Twitch, and trying to educate him a little bit about precision farming. Someone asked about, with the need to ploughing, has that gone away? And like, nope, you still get the penalty if you need to plough. And then that kicked off the discussion, well, you can't get maximum environmental score. And it's like, well, you can. You plough it, you direct drill it, that gets you your max tillage bonus, and then you drive into the field and turn the spot sprayer on, and that gets you your max weed killing bonus. Yeah, it's broken, but you could kind of argue that the systems may be a little bit broken, so I don't know. So that was during the John Deere presentation on precision farming, which just redeemed that contract. I think it was about $6 or $7 grand, and we're just picking up the big seeder, which didn't have any seed in it, so I got someone to jump in the pickup and bring some seed up for me, so we can load up and get this soybean contract done for Smock Farmer. But yeah, the John Deere talk on precision farming was quite interesting. It was done by one of John Deere's precision farming scientists, and I say I'm an engineer. My job used to be classed as science, but it's now classed as engineering, and I'm kind of used to scientists that aren't very good at presenting, but when you're presenting to a gaming audience, you really want some charismatic presenters. Going to leave it there. So cracking on with that, you can see we've got course plate running in field 18 with the weeder, and we are pretty much done with this contract. It took quite a while. You can see it's nearly 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to finish up most of these contracts off camera, and then April 2nd of April, so that's the contract on field 19 done. I'm going to say thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you next time after we have redeemed 28 grand for that contract. Bye.